Hi friends, peace be upon you. Today in this video, I am going to walk through you step by step how to set up the proration in the Oracle payroll. Let's get into the video. Now, why we need proration? That's a good question. In few enterprises, the payroll team would like to pay only proratedly on a recurring allowance to an employee. For example, if I am joining an enterprise on 20th of the month, and I'm eligible for the housing allowance. So instead of paying me for the full month, I should be paid only from 20th of the month till the last day of the month, which is till 31st of the month. For example, if I'm in January. So whatever the monthly amount, for example, if my housing allowance is eligible for 2000 US dollars, then um, from 20 to 31, which is 11 days alone, this 2000 US dollars will be prorated and will be paid to my bank account along with the monthly payday. So let's see how we can get this done. Let's set up the element. As we already have seen in many videos how to set up element. Today I'm just going to show what the element has actually as input values. So assume that the name of the element is call allowance. I just set it up actually with being a non-recurring entry, and it has the termination as the last end process. And I set up all the rest of things that needs to be shown in the statement of earnings for the US payroll. So let me just go to input values. There's no much change I have done actually, as compared to whatever the element we used to set up as a standard practice. Then once all this is being done, we have a one tab by name proration. This is where now we need to focus on, or this video will be focusing on. We need to create the proration group as well as a proration formula. So initially when I set up the element, I don't have these two in place. So I'm going to show you how to set up the proration group as well as what needs to be designed inside the proration formula. It's just a simple fast formula only. I'll show you back one by one. Let's first get into the proration group. So let me go to use HRMS manager, and under each of the super HRMS manager, for whatever the legislation you are working on, you can go to the other definitions, and once you hover your mouse down, you can see, yeah, the event group. Okay, come here, you can see how you can set it up. Actually, I just set it up actually, so I'm going to show you because it's very simple with 3 fields alone. I think it has come. Okay, so I have defined a proration group, and the name of the group is access underscore proration group, and the event group type should be proration. This must be proration. For retros, we will define it in a different way, and the proration period is nothing but the payroll period, because in each payroll period I want this proration to get effective. And in the date track events, I'm recording 3 events. One is on the pay element entries of table for the effective end date, and on the same table I'm tracking the effective start date, and finally on the entry values underscore f, pay underscore element underscore entry underscore values underscore f table, we have the screen entry value. These three are being recorded at present. I am not going to set up any qualifiers at this moment because I want this to be completely eligible for this element. So this completes the step which is for the proration group definition. Now let's get into the formula. You can go to any HRMS super HRMS measure of your legislation. Go to basic, and you can see under the fast formula you see right formula. Here also I just set the formula, but I will take you step by step in the formula. So the formula is nothing but yeah, this is the formula. I just named some formula access underscore call underscore proration underscore f. The type, usually whenever we do any Oracle formulas, I mean for the Oracle payroll past formulas, we always define the type as Oracle payroll or maybe element input validation based on our requirement. Very rarely we used to define any formulas that are related to payroll run proration. So here this formula must have the type as payroll run proration, and go to edit, This formula is very straightforward. I will just copy paste into a notepad file. I'll show you up here actually, and I'm just defining the default value for the pay value 0, and as usual how you do for the first formulas, keep the defaults for all the fields that you are going to use inside your first formula. And here inputs, I know in my element there's only one input, but there's no issue. You must have to define these two inputs also, prorate underscore start, because we are going to assign the proration group, so automatically this will be considered by the proration formula type. So prorate underscore start and prorate underscore end, these are three are the inputs now. And then if the pay value is 0, then I am returning here itself, because I don't want to return anything in that case actually. And then I'm calculating the number of days in this month, and I'm keeping the logics. What if the employee is leaving before the end of the month itself? So in those cases, I need to find out exactly how many days he has served for the month. So all this logic has been built up here actually in this place. Similarly, if you hover slowly over the this fast formula, this is simple logics which we used to handle for any calculation for those employees who are joining after the start of the month or before the end of the month. So all those logics have been captured in these four flows. Finally, if you see, at anywhere the calculation is in this way, like whatever the pay value divided by total number of days times the number of days the staff is eligible in this month. Always the prorate end underscore as well as the prorate start nothing but the element entry start date and element entry end date actually. In other words, in simple words, if I have to say, okay. All right, I'm going to paste this formula in the video description link, so that in case if you want to amend and use it for your assignment, you can go ahead and do it. Okay, now let me come back to the usual formula which we used to write for the element. So I am writing one more formula. Let me hover back to the applications. I write one more formula here. It's very simple actually. Again, I'm just initializing the default variables. I'm putting the prorate start and prorate end. This is must actually. Why? Because we are not going to consider directly or doing the calculation logics inside the main fast formula, which is going to get attached to the element. Instead, what we are going to do is the proration formula is being called, and that will calculate the prorated value for this particular month, and then it's going to return the value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going just defining one value. If you see, I have taken the p underscore sd and a p underscore ed respectively for the prorate start and prorate end date actually columns. And now if you come down, I'm just taking the pay value assigned to the amount and returning the amount. I am not doing anything else in this fast formula. And this fast formula also I will paste as a description down actually, which you can make use of it for your task. So let's go to the next step, which is usual stuff which we do actually to define the formula results. So I'm going to the formula results, call allowance. I define the my formula. Just now I set up formula which is just getting the pay value and returning the pay value. So I have two output variables from the first formula. One is amount, and which I am directly assigning to the element itself, and second is some message. I just want to say in case in the future if I want to debug something, I just keep one message as of now. Okay, we are done with the formula result also now. Let's go back to the element definition. Here, go back to a element. Okay, I think I'm not typing anything. Yeah. Okay, I got the element. So come back to the proration, and what the proration group which you set up there under the other definitions, please add it up here, as well as the proration formula which you set it up, that also add it up here and save it in the correction mode. Now we are done with the element setup. Then after element setup, it's usual thing, go to the element link and ensure that you set up the link so that you can start adding the element to the employees assignment, I mean the employees element entry window. Okay, All right, I have made the link. I did do any casting because just for this demo purpose I am setting up. I am not going to use it this instance. Okay, let me just go to any employee and try to add the entries. Let me take one of my favorite employee. We have taken Mr. Alexander Steen. So I am going to add the call allowance. If you see, I'm going to add from 22nd of December 2021. Okay, so I'm going to put the pay value, for example, 100 and call, it's a call allowance, right? Let's keep ourselves logically. Okay, $100. Okay, fine. Now, as per the payroll's expectations or requirements, as the element has been input from 22nd December, so it should pay for only for these 10 days. What I mean is from 22nd December to 31st of December, which is 22 December, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31, which is 10 days. So, evidently, what we should get as a end result, the payroll result is nothing but 100 divided by 31 days times 10 days, which is we should get the end result as $32 and 26 cents, rounded to 26 cents. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to close this one. Let me minimize it out. Let's do a quick testing of whatever the setups we have done, whether it's working properly or not. Let's check it out. Let's go back to the quick pay screen. Let's do a quick pay for this tab. I'll just take as a regular run actually. It again depends. See, if you set it up based on the processing types in your for the elements, if it's a supplemental or regular, it again you need to make a run accordingly. Okay, here I did the setup for this call allowance on the regular, so I'm just going to make the run. So we are almost done now. Let's see whether we are getting the results as expected. If we get the results as expected, then it means our Proration group, Proration formula, as well as our fast formula which we wrote for the element and its formula results definition, all are perfect in place. Let's see it out. Yeah, I am also thrilled to see the results. 32.26. Let's see our calculations which you have done. Excellent. See, if you see the call allowance, hoops, yeah, if you see the call allowance, we have calculated, which is nothing but $100 divided by 31 times 10 days, which is $32.26. Similarly, we have got here $32.26. All right, friends, thank you for your time in watching this video. If you like this video, please click a like and subscribe to my channel. And I will paste all the code units which I have used in the Proration formula as well as in the normal fast formula as a Google Drive links. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Peace be upon you.